The Lights in the Fog, based on a real event in the coastal town of Bar Harbor. May 1977. They say the fog rolls in fast in Bar Harbor, but that night, it moved like something alive. It was October 13th, 1977. Local police responded to a distress call from the only gas station. Open past midnight. The clerk, 17-year-old Paul Graves, had called in, whispering frantically about lights in the fog and something walking out of it. Then the line went dead. By the time Deputy Ray Collins arrived, the station was silent. The glass doors were wide open, the phone was off the hook, and Paul was nowhere to be seen. The register was untouched. No sign of a struggle, just gone. The only clue? Thick rolling fog that hadn't been there 5 minutes earlier? Earlier that night, Paul had been working the graveyard shift. Locals said he was a good kid, quiet, polite, never into drugs. At around 12:18 a.m., he wrote in the station log, "Fog coming in fast, real thick." A few minutes later, he scribbled, "Lights moving in the fog, cars." Then nothing else written, just his voice on the 911 call whispering, "They're not headlights, they're too high. It's more than one. It's walking. It's tall. Tell someone to hurry, please." Click. 3 days passed before they found Paul. He was discovered 6 miles away in the forest, barefoot, shivering, and covered in scratches. He couldn't remember how he got there, could barely speak. All he kept saying was it wasn't human. Psychologists chalked it up to trauma and shock. Locals whispered otherwise. But that wasn't the strangest part. The security tapes from the gas station, grainy, black and white, were reviewed by state police. At exactly 12:21 a.m., the outside camera flickered violently. Then static. When the feed returned a few seconds later, Paul was no longer behind the counter. Instead, the image showed the gas pumps and something else, barely visible through the fog. A figure, not walking, floating, 7 feet tall, no discernible face, arms too long, then another behind it, then another. Lights like lanterns burning in their chests. The feed cut out again. The tape was archived and sealed. Years later, in 1992, a freelance journalist named Katie Merrill requested access under the Freedom of Information Act. The footage was denied, but she tracked down Deputy Ray Collins, long retired and living in a trailer in Vermont. She asked him one question. "What did you see that night?" He didn't answer, just handed her a drawing. Charcoal, shaky lines, 3 figures in the fog, no faces, lanterns in their chests. He had titled it, "They Don't Walk." Katie kept digging. She found something strange in the local archives. Between 1931 and 1977, 6 people had vanished in Bar Harbor during heavy fog, always alone, always near the shoreline or gas stations. But here's where it gets weirder. Every disappearance happened on October 13th, like clockwork. In 2011, a man named Dylan Reeves uploaded a blurry video to Reddit. Said he was hiking Acadia National Park when he saw something huge moving through the fog near Sand Beach. He filmed for 12 seconds. The video shows fog, then something tall. Then it cuts out. His Reddit account was deleted the next day. No one's heard from Dylan since. The townspeople don't talk about the fog anymore, not out loud. But on October 13th, every year, they stay inside. Lights off, curtains drawn, because the fog always returns. And sometimes it remembers who escaped. Twist-ending Paul Graves, the gas station clerk who survived in 1977, lived a quiet life after the incident. No interviews. No visitors. In 2020, after his death, his niece found something strange in his attic. A shoebox labeled Truth. Inside, a journal, and one page stood out. Dated October 10th, 1977. "I keep having the same dream. I walk into the fog, and I don't come back. But something else wears me. Something that knows how to smile. But not why. If this happens, if I vanish, don't trust the thing that looks like me." To this day, the man found in the woods, the one calling himself Paul, was never DNA matched, because no one ever tested him. They were just glad he came back. Maybe too glad and maybe never did.